Hey everybody, you are watching Whistleout TV to get a review on this bad boy, the Arris SURFboard mAX 6600 Wi-Fi mesh system for Wi-Fi 6. Today I am going to be unboxing this bad boy for you. I'm going to be telling you about the setup and showing you how to set up your own system. Then I'm going to be doing a quick review and let you know how the system is working for me so far. I've been using it for 2 weeks and honestly, it's pretty awesome. And if you've noticed, my background is pretty blank. That's because I recently moved, but I am in the process of getting an awesome set up behind me. So be sure to like this video and subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any more content from me and so you can see my awesome new background once it gets here. But enough of that, let's jump into the review of this mesh system for Wi-Fi 6. And honestly, it is amazing, but first let's get to the basics. We're talking cost. Now, the product I was sent to test out came with 2 routers, or you can choose to buy just 1 router. Now, I recommend if you're in a big house, maybe bigger than 1,000 square feet, you probably might want to get 2 routers, just to be safe, to make sure it covers the whole space. But the system I got, the 2 routers, it costs $400 on Arris's website, or you can buy just a single router for $250 on either site. Now, the better deal for me is getting the $400 pack on Arris, so just keep that in mind if you're maybe wanting to stretch your Wi-Fi signal a little bit farther than it normally would go. So what is this system? What does it do? Well, it is a mesh system, which is better than any other Wi-Fi system. It's just smarter and it helps create a more seamless transition for Wi-Fi in every corner of your house. Now, the 2 routers I got, Arris says it can spread Wi-Fi to up to 5,500 square feet inside and outside. So this is great for bigger homes, or my home I'm in is 2,200 square feet. And honestly, 1 of these wouldn't be enough. We definitely need 2 because it's a townhome, it's 3 stories high. So just getting the signal up is the problem we've faced, and getting 2 routers solved that problem fully. So just so you know, that's my experience. 3 floors, 2,200 square feet, I recommend 2 routers. And just in general, I think I'd recommend 2 routers, even if you have a small space, just to make sure that every corner of your house is covered with Wi-Fi. Now, the other key to this mesh system is, 1, it's mesh, that's why it's kind of expensive. And the other thing is that it is Wi-Fi 6 capable, which is awesome. Wi-Fi 6 is somewhat new in the last few years. Wi-Fi 6E is the new Wi-Fi coming out, but we don't have to worry about that right now. Just right now, we are talking Wi-Fi 6. Now, Wi-Fi 6 is the newest generation of Wi-Fi, kind of like 4G and 5G, except it's Wi-Fi 5, Wi-Fi 6, and Wi-Fi 6E, so on until we all die. But Wi-Fi 6 basically is capable of delivering much faster speeds, but it's not just speeds. The really impressive thing about Wi-Fi 6 is how effective it is and how much time and energy it saves getting a signal to every corner of your house. It saves battery on your devices, and it's just all around, it's just a better system than Wi-Fi 5. And if you want to learn more about Wi-Fi 6, I have a video about it up here that you can check it out. Up here. It's up here. It's definitely up here. You can check out more about Wi-Fi 6 and 6E up here. Now, if you're worried that you don't have Wi-Fi 6, don't worry about it. Wi-Fi 6 is backwards capable, so it connects to all devices, even if it's not Wi-Fi 6. So don't even worry your little self there. Okay, now that I've given you a little bit of background on the routers themselves, let's get into the setup and then the experience I have had using the system and if I recommend it or not. Honestly, the setup was incredibly easy, like stupid easy. Your first grader could do it. It is very, very simple, and the reason why it's so simple is that Arris has you download an app with this mesh system, and it will literally walks you through step by step what you should do. And the whole process of getting my Wi-Fi set up took honestly 5 minutes. It did not take much time at all. And if you feel anxious, if you're technically challenged like I used to be, setting up a whole system might feel daunting, but with this app, it literally walks you through step by step. We're showing you some pictures of it on screen right now about how specific these instructions are and how simple Arris makes it to set the system up. So if we're talking ease of setup here, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. We're gonna give it 5 stars. I don't know the rating system I'm gonna use here. let's go with stars. We're gonna do stars. This is 5 out of 5 stars. Ease of setup for this system is awesome. And now that we're rating things, let's rate the look of these bad boys. These are attractive, they are cute, they are sexy as far as modems and routers go. So I'm also giving the look of these 5 out of 5. They also have a fun blue line on the bottom, which stays lit up. It adds some color to your room if you like that. I love color. So yeah, definitely a 5 out of 5 for the look of these guys. The other thing I really enjoy about them is the functionality of these. So if they are standing right straight up, there's a hole in the back of the stand where the wires can go in and out. So you don't have to lay it on its side or anything. It's perfectly capable of housing wires really nicely so they can just slide in and out perfectly. So the functionality of these and the look all together, that's all around a 5. So as far as the general setup goes with the step-by-step instructions on the app, it is very easy, super straightforward and awesome. But there are a few things you do need extra to have a successful setup. Most of the things come in the box, like the routers, the power adapters, and the Ethernet cable. And maybe you're wondering, why do I need an Ethernet cable? Well, the thing here is that this system is just a router set. It doesn't come with a modem. And for Wi-Fi to properly work, you need a modem and a router, or a modem router combo. These are just the routers. So you are able to keep your current gateway or modem router in your home, and you just have to connect the mesh system to your current router or to your current modem, and you use that via the Ethernet cable. So those are just a few things you need to have a successful setup. And I will give a tip for you here when you are setting up your routers initially, when you're connecting the Ethernet cable from the Arris router to your current modem or gateway, whatever you are using. Just make sure you connect it into the Ethernet port in your current gateway, and then you just need to connect it into the WAN port on the Arris router. I made the mistake of connecting it into the LAN, the local area network port. It used to go into the WAN, the wide area network port. And so if you do that, you won't run into any problems. If you connect it into the LAN, the process won't finish and you'll be stuck hanging out for 5 minutes while you figure out what the heck you messed up. So just don't miss that. Just connect the Ethernet cable from your gateway into the Arris router WAN port. And really that's it. That's the end of the setup. Then you're done. The only thing is just right away, the system is not going to be working well. Right away, me and my house and my roommates, we saw much slower speeds than we initially had before. But then we waited 15 minutes and the system kind of got acquainted with the space of the house, I think. And then after we waited for about 15-20 minutes, our speeds were impeccable, they were awesome, and now we're getting coverage all over the house where we were not before. And when you're setting up the second router or the satellite, to help extend your coverage even more, that just needs to be within 15 to 30 feet of the original router. So it can't be like 2 floors up, it needs to be within a floor to connect and to successfully send Wi-Fi to everywhere else. So just make sure that your distance isn't too far away from the original one. And then you just need to follow the instructions on the app. Once again, it's really simple. All I have to do is say you want to add a satellite, and then we'll add the satellite, give it 15 minutes, and it'll be up and running, and you will have more Wi-Fi than you ever thought possible in all corners of your house. Just to put this into perspective for you and how well this router mesh system is working for our house, we have coax cable internet, and because of the wiring in our home, we have to have the modem in the garage for now. The gateway is in the garage. The garage floor level room was getting perfect Wi-Fi. We pay for a 500 Mbps plan. They were getting 500 down and 10 up, which is exactly what we pay for. The middle floor was a little less strong. We were probably cutting that in half to a third, so we were probably experiencing 250 to 150 Mbps speeds, and then we came to the third floor, which is my space. I couldn't even scroll the internet without it having to buffer anything. So my Slack channels weren't loading, my email wasn't loading, nothing was loading. So when we added in the second satellite and we started up the Arris mesh system, I was getting awesome speeds. It is not uncommon for me to get 400 to 500 Mbps up here with 8 to 10 Mbps download speeds on the third floor, which is 40 feet up from the garage. So the mesh system definitely improved the Cox gateway a million times over. The other thing I love is just the Wi-Fi 6. There's not many devices in my home that use Wi-Fi 6, but my roommate has a Wi-Fi 6 capable computer he just built and a Wi-Fi 6 capable cell phone. And when he connected to the Wi-Fi 6, he got a notification saying you are now connected to Wi-Fi 6. And that just means improved speed. His theoretical speeds could reach 9.6 gigabits per second, which is how fast Wi-Fi 6 can go. Wi-Fi 5's theoretical speeds are like 3.5 gigabits per second. So he just has a great opportunity for fast internet here if we had that fast of internet. The other awesome thing about this mesh system is that the two routers have a 1 gigabit back channel. So they are constantly communicating with each other through a back channel that doesn't interfere with the bandwidth that we are using outside of that. So it just makes it more resourceful, makes it so those guys are communicating, making sure our devices in the real world are getting the best possible experience possible and the best data speeds possible. One other thing that's pretty awesome about this mesh system is that you can set up a guest network, and it's really easy and simple to do. And when people are on this guest network, it doesn't super blow up your own bandwidth. So it kind of separates them, makes two separate networks. If you don't like someone, just give them the guest network and it will be a little bit slower. The other really awesome thing about this mesh system is that it connects with your smart speakers. So if you go through the process of connecting your smart speakers to the mesh system, you can tell someone, hey, connect Janet's phone to the internet, or hey, Alexa, connect Dan's phone to the guest network, and it will do it automatically. So it has the potential to create a really smart atmosphere inside your home, which is pretty impressive. And the last thing that I love about this mesh system is the ease of the app and how you can see the inner workings of the network in your home. So the app really allows you to do speed tests. It allows you to see how good your internet is coming from the provider into your home, and then from your home dispersed to all the devices. You can see all that information really simply laid out. It is pretty amazing. If you have a larger home or you're not sure where to place these routers, the app also gives you tips and tricks on where exactly in your house to place the routers, which is great if you're not technically advanced like many of us here on this channel. So this app really helps everybody get the best experience possible with these routers. And lastly, this is a thing that I really love, a nice feature, is that it's easy to see which devices are connected to which router or which satellite. So sometimes I can see that my phone, when I'm on the third floor, is connected to the router in the garage, which doesn't make any sense. So I kind of just turn my Wi-Fi on and off and it reconnects to the closer router. And that brings me into my frustrations. Here's my top frustration. Sherry's top frustration with the Arris system. I wish I could force connect my devices to be connected to a specific router on a specific network. Theoretically, my devices should be connected to the strongest signal, whether it's 2.55 or whatever it may be. My devices should be connecting to the strongest signal in the house, but I often find it that my computer will sometimes randomly connect to the 2.5 gigahertz network to the router 2 floors below me instead of the 5 gigahertz network on the router 1 floor below me. And there's not a way to force connect that to make that happen. And the way to get around that is you just have to turn your Wi-Fi off and then on again, and it should connect to the better signal. But sometimes I do find that doesn't connect to the strongest signal, and that can be frustrating. The other frustrating thing is that it is not a modem router combo. You do have to physically connect the mesh system to your current modem or your current gateway for it to work. It's not the biggest deal, but it can be a little confusing, especially, this is my third frustration, when you have to turn your gateway into bridge mode. So my gateway from Cox, we had to turn it into bridge mode so it wouldn't have two competing Wi-Fi networks in my home. So I had to log on, I had to Google how to turn your gateway into a bridge mode, and then that gave me pretty explicit instructions on how to do that. And it ended up being fairly simple, but just the task and trying to figure that out became stressful to me. So turning your gateway or turning your modem into bridge mode to allow the internet to flow through to the mesh system, that was a little frustrating, but what can you do? First world problems, am I right? Okay, that's it. This has been the unboxing. This has been the review, some tips and tricks, things I like and things I didn't like about the Arris SURFboard mAX6600 Wi-Fi 6 mesh system. I'm super stoked that I just said that with one breath and correctly. I highly recommend, if you're on the fence about getting this product, I highly recommend that you do. I don't have any links or anything to save you money, but I will put links in the description that will take you to the Arris site, which gives you the best possible deal. Amazon is too expensive, so go buy it directly from Arris. Now I'll be sure to do another review, another update if something drastic changes or something awesome happens with this system, but for now, I just really like it, and I hope you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up for me. I'm Sherry Briggs, thanks for watching Whistleout TV. Shout out to Arris for giving us the product to test out.